Hello, hello, and welcome to Lauren Loves Color. This is Lauren. I am here to share a Five Below haul with you. I was actually out shopping with my son for some Easter-related fun items, and I came across their art section. And I was pleasantly surprised at the wide variety of things that they had there. So I picked up some things that I'm interested in. They had a large variety, especially if you're a colored pencil or gel pen user. They had a ton of variety of things there, but of course I was mostly interested in the markers and knowing more about them, as well as I picked up some acrylic glitter paint. Not quite sure why I did that. I don't really paint with acrylics, but I thought maybe it would be fun for background if they are really glittery and work. And I picked up some paint brushes with that too. So we're going to test all of this stuff out, including the acrylic paint. And so let's get started. I am going to move the markers aside. One thing I did also pick up that's somewhat unrelated is this art bin. I saw this box there and thought this looked really cool. I'm always looking for storage solutions for art supplies. It's rather deep of a bin, and so I kind of thought this would be nice to store some of these art supplies. And so everything here I think was $5 a piece, maybe except for the brushes. This might have been a little bit cheaper than $5, but everything else I think when I looked at my receipt was $5, including this bin. So yeah, let's go. I did pull out just some scratch sheets of paper here for us to work with. I'm going to close my blinds for 1 second. Sorry, I'm getting like some real serious glare. It's just the time of day that the sun is starting to go down. And so it's starting to get real bright in here. And excuse me one moment. Let me get some water. Now, I wanted to see really how their markers worked because I'm always looking for backup markers too, in case some of my markers go dry. The first thing that I found here, I'm going to go through what I believe are going to be the water markers first. This is the Ille dual tip markers. There are 12 vibrant illustration markers. These do specifically say, I believe on the back, that they are water markers. Do they? I thought they said that they were water markers, but we're going to find out. I guess we'll find out together. Now these, I will say, I have heard Kathy from Spicy Cat Colors. I was listening to, was it your haul or your finished pages maybe? And you talked a little bit about these markers. There are apparently Ille makes markers too that are kind of like have colored barrels. And then she talked about the white barrels, which is what I found at my Five Below. She mentioned these run out of ink really quickly. So I do want to just give you that disclaimer for somebody who's actually used these apparently for a long time. These probably don't seem to be markers that have a lasting kind of a long lifespan, but they still might be good for backups, just in case you need them for something quick. They are dual-sided. They have a kind of, and these is what reminded me of the the towel tree markers. It has a small nib here on this side, and then what's on this side? Yeah, that kind of small chisel nib. So let's take a peek at the colors. We're going to kind of swatch the colors out. Ooh, that's a pretty red. Are these? Oh, they're alcohol markers. Oh, that's nice. Okay, let me make sure I've got plenty of paper behind there. So that's the red. That's a pretty pink. Oh, these are going to be great backups for my towel tree markers. The and the end that's colored and kind of fatter seems to be the chisel end for these. Here, I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit so you can see these swatches a little bit more. Yeah, and they're super juicy. Yeah, no, these are awesome. Green. Oh, that's a nice green. Yeah, I am really close on my green being really dry. And here, so you can kind of see what colors. Can you see what colors I'm working with? But kind of a nice basic set of colors too. Now, I will tell you what always concerns me about budget-friendly markers is the yellowing aspect of things. So while I can't really test whether or not these yellow at the moment, my biggest fear, you know, is coming back to a page and finding that there's yellowing all over my coloring book pages. But on some of my color by number books, I don't necessarily care about that as much because it's, you know, they're color by number books. It's not going to be anything that I'm going to be framing. Ooh, I like these. What is this color? Is this like a light brown? Ooh. And they actually pretty closely match their color caps. That's just black. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I like these. I like these a lot. The reason being is because these are all kind of my mostly used colors. I would, whoops. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm making a mess. Oh, they all have fallen out of the container. Here, that's okay. I'm going to take them out of the container anyways. But yeah, no, I like these, especially because my towel trees are starting to dry up a little bit, and I do have a backup set of them. But for some of the like really common colors, you know, if you know I have to color a lot of grass or a lot of sky or a lot of whatever, a lot of black or whatnot, these would be great to use just for that, even if they dry up somewhat quickly. And for $5, it's kind of nice. You just buy a quick little set of these, and these are kind of nice backup markers for things that you need. So yeah, these to me are a win. I'm very, very, very happy with these. And especially with that short, you know, nib that they have, kind of like the towel tree markers. These are great. So I do wonder when, you know, when Kathy was kind of saying that they don't have a great kind of like lasting life, I wonder what she meant by that. Like if I mean, they're unbelievably short-lived. So just be aware that you may want to buy multiple packs of these if you plan on using these for an entire coloring book. But for me, these are initially, the colors and everything here are initially a win. All right, the next one I'm going to have to break into a little bit. This is by Ink. These are the dual-ended art markers. They say artist quality. These here, okay, so these are the ones that are water-based. They are non-toxic, water-based. They have a fine tip and a chisel tip. So these are definitely water-based markers. And these appealed to me because it's kind of like, for water markers, I really have just my Tombos and my Crayola Super Tips. I don't have anything that's quite this bulky of a marker. Oh, break into the packaging here. And what I also really liked about these that you're about to see, so this comes in a pack of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This comes in a pack of 10, is that you will see on the marker itself is that it has a color number. Can you see that? And a color name. So this is number 6, Vivid Pink. And it has your standard, almost like alcohol marker nib, and then your chisel here. So let's take a look at the colors. That is no way those are water markers. Those are alcohol. I can smell them. That is an alcohol marker. That is not a water marker. Okay. Those are alcohol. And actually the colors, if you guys are seeing this, are you seeing this? They match up. They're matching up exactly to the other markers. Now those had 12 colors. This is only 10, but yeah, those colors. I mean, this is maybe a slightly darker yellow. Yeah, just beware, guys. These are, yeah, they're matching up almost exactly. Deep olive green. Maybe that's a little more olive. Huh. Okay. Sorry, I am just really like, oops. That's not a purple. It's like a deep blue. It's like a deeper blue than what they had there. And a purple and a brown. Well, I do also like this for the fact that, like I said, it's always good to have some backup markers. I just expected these to be water. I'm not crazy, am I? Those say water-based. Huh. Okay. Little flabbergasted. Little interested. Yeah. I'm not mad at it because alcohol markers are honestly what I use the most of. So again, great opportunity to just have some backup markers. And what I do really like about these is that, yeah, they are numbered on the back. They have their numbers and they have a color name, which makes it really nice. So these I can kind of throw in with my bag of Sharpies and stuff, and I will probably use these as backup colors for different things. These would be great on the Color Questopia books. I think all of these colors are actually in the Color Questopia books, so this would be a nice set for that. But yeah, sorry, I'm just a little bit like in shock because I just totally expected them to be streaky and to be water-based, and they are not. They are alcohol-based. Sorry. They are definitely alcohol markers. Both of those packs are alcohol markers. Okay. Well, maybe we're in for something even uniquely different are these. So I found these here. These definitely say alcohol ink markers, assorted colors. I think there might be a third set out there of these somewhere, but these were the two that they had at my Five Below because I think I saw somebody else on YouTube recently feature these. But these really intrigued me because, again, it's alcohol markers for kind of a very affordable price. So each of these come with 12 colors. For $5, and they're the nice standard size alcohol markers. So we're going to take a look at these. There seems to be a set. This set here seems to be your standard colors. This one just says assorted colors. This one says flesh tones and grays. So I thought that was really kind of cool. These are supposedly also dual tip. Do I have a fresh white sheet of paper? No, I don't. So we're just gonna have to work with what we got. So yeah, so we're gonna see. So this is interesting. So this is like a kind of very interesting, like an ultra fat chisel nib. And what's on the other side? Oh, like a super, super fine nib on this side. These almost remind me of the Prismacolor Premier markers. They actually look a lot like the Prismacolor Premier markers. It's a pretty soft pink. Let's see this bright pink. That's a pretty bright pink. Looks to be a red. Let me use this fat chisel. Yep, that's a red. Does it have, it does also have, it's very, very small, but down here it does have a color number and a color name. So this is vermilion. This one was fluorescent rose, and this one was cosmos. This one is the color terracotta. So is this, that's not terracotta, that's orange, like a bright orange. Now these are kind of odd colors. Ooh, it's a really bright yellow. That is pastel yellow. Let's do this brown. Kind of bunch of funky random colors. This is yellow ochre. Green. Mint green light. Yeah, sorry, so you can see that. Yeah, it's kind of, so the thicker, like outer banding is the chisel, and then the thinner is the, ooh, that just fell out. Ooh, that was a part of the nib tip. It just totally fell out of that marker. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of these. Like I said, again, they might be good for like, doing backgrounds and stuff, but oh, here was another green that I missed. But I don't really like how, especially this chisel, not a fan of the chisel tip for sure. The small little fine nib might come in handy. But yeah, those are your colors that come in the standard 12 set of those. And then let's look in the flesh tones and grays. So the flesh tones and grays, what might be good too is these as supplements to some permanent markers. So like a lot of permanent markers and stuff don't come in a lot of flesh tones. So I kind of figured these might be nice for that. I'll leave these to the side over there so as to keep them separate. And I'll have to put all of these in my swatch book. This looks like a pinky color. This is light camel. Let's see how flesh tone they are. That's actually pretty flesh tone. I like that one. This guy here. This one is green gray. Doesn't really look like the color on the marker, but it is a gray color. I don't know that I would call that a green gray. What's this one? Burnt umber. So these are some more browns. Again, I really don't like that chisel, but I keep using it to swatch. Reddish brass. The thing that I do, that I will say, I'll give these markers some credit for. This is warm gray. Again, part of the freaking nib. Oh no, don't ruin my thing. My dust pad. The colors are at least different enough. Sometimes when you're working with cheap sets of markers, the colors don't have enough of a difference. Like even if they look different in the packaging, this is Baby Skin Pink raw silk. Even if they look different in the packaging, they don't look different when you lay them down. And I will say that like these are nice skin tones and browns, so I'm not mad at it. Warm gray. This is going to be another gray. That is a warm gray though. Yeah, it's not bad. Blue gray. The colors are not bad. I'm not sure about the applicators, but they're not awful. This one is cool gray. Kind of a deep cool gray. You kind of got a deep cool gray and warm gray. You've kind of got a mid-tone gray, a light gray. That's a warm gray there, but it's almost like a brown. And then what are these two? These look the same. This is a warm gray and a black. So that is one thing that kind of stinks, is that both come with black. I really wish that only one set came with black. Yep. So there's your full collection of them. This really is kind of a peachy orange. I wish there was more of an orange. And kind of, I wish there was kind of a grass green, kind of, you know, this mint is kind of nice, but yeah, I don't know. I'm so flabbergasted that all of these were alcohol markers. Kind of blew me away. I guess I would say for the, I guess what I would say is for the set of markers, these are okay. They're not the worst. I do like that they are numbered and that they have names. I do like that there's a nice variety of skin tones here, and then kind of your more traditional colors. I like the small thinner nib. I will say, I think that's the one thing I'm impressed with all of these markers on is the nib sizes, that they have kind of that smaller nib, which I really like. So yeah, so those are interesting. I'm gonna have to see how they work, you know, on real paper and in real coloring books and stuff, but yeah, kind of pleasantly surprised with it. They're not the most awful. They're definitely better than some of the Dollar Tree markers that I've had. Let's get a paintbrush. Get kind of a medium-sized paintbrush. I want to look at the glitter paint. This is 12 Sparkly Paints. This is by Art 101. And it comes in this nice little container. The sizes of each of the paints seems to be pretty nice. It's 12 milliliters in each one. And we're going to pick, what kind of color do I want to pick? Let's pick the pink. And let's see how the pink does. I'm really curious how glittery these are. If it's going to be like a, ooh. you know, like a little hint of glitter, or if they're really going to pack the glitter, because if they don't pack the glitter, I'm going to be a sad, sad panda. Ooh. Are you guys seeing that? So the paint is not very opaque. Oh, it definitely has a smell. And this is just, I'm using this just on regular like copy paper. And I probably should have brought a paper towel right next to me. So it's not terribly opaque. But I will definitely tell you there is definitely glitter in that. I don't know if you can see that, but there is definitely glitter. It's not, you know, like with a stickles, you know, or anything like that, but it's definitely there. Now I want to see this compared to other acrylic paints. So we're going to try something else out too. While we're playing, we might as well try something else out. Let me grab a paper towel. Trying to not get stuff all over the place. We're going to try something else out, guys. And let me try, I should have also brought some water. Let me also try, let's just try another color before I try the next thing I'm thinking of. Let's try this really pretty, like turquoisey color. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's always so messy. And this is why I don't use a lot of paint, is just because of the mess that it makes. And I don't have anything to really wash my brush off on, so I'm going to still... Ooh, this one is a little bit more opaque. So this one definitely is a little bit more of an opaque color. So let's see if you can see some of the glitter in that one. The glitter in that is harder for me to see. That to me just looks like, yeah, I don't know that I see as much glitter in that. That's okay. It's okay-ish. I'm not blown away by it. It almost just looks like gritty paint. Whereas the pink actually has a bit more of a sparkle to it. I can definitely see the glitter in that. I guess if I hold it under the light a little bit more, I can see it a little bit more. Yeah. And I'll have to see how that dries and kind of test it out from there. Now, another thing that I picked up, and this was not on Five Below, but I'm just curious now. These are the Magic Fly acrylic paint pens. They come in this like adorable little set. Hey Shasta, that's my cat Shasta. They come in this adorable little set in this nice little zipper case. And it comes with a set of acrylic markers here. I don't remember how many are in the set, 24. Yeah, 24 acrylic paint markers in a variety of different colors. And let's test out this red. And what I like about these is that these are kind of like a Posca pen, I guess. Like you can hear, you have to kind of shake them. And they have two different tips. They have a small tip, and then they also have kind of a larger tip. And it's got pretty good reviews on Amazon. They weren't crazy expensive. So I just want to see from an opaqueness level, like what's the difference between them. Let me see if I can get the paint to start to come down to the tip. Maybe. Oh, here it goes. Here it goes. It's coming now. Oh, nice. Yeah, see, like that's the thing, is that this is so much more opaque than that glitter paint. And that glitter paint is very, very watery, so it's really buckles my paper, whereas this doesn't seem to really do that. So yeah, I'm not sure about the glitter paint. I may have to use that on something that's a little bit more, oh yeah, and see what's nice about this too is that I can kind of like almost write. This is really meant, I think, for like rock painting, but I've been really wanting to try these out, especially for backgrounds and accents on things and stuff. I thought these would work great, and yeah, these are going to be awesome. Excuse me. So yeah, so that's all that I have really for today. I definitely will, and I'll link all of this down below. I definitely would recommend these acrylic markers because those are pretty phenomenal. You can see they're extremely opaque and they didn't really buckle my paper. These acrylic paint, I can definitely see the glitter more as it dries. I definitely think it has to be not as wet in order to see kind of the full glittery effect. So I'm gonna have to let these dry a little bit more, but these are okay. I mean, I think they might be nice for things like fairy wings, or even for a little bit of a wash of a background to where it's not so, you know, if you're looking, like I said, if you're looking for something opaque, this is not gonna be the way to go, but would work for that. For these markers, know that they are not water markers. These are definitely alcohol markers, pretty intense alcohol markers. They have a nice variety of colors and they align very closely in color to the Ille dual tip markers. But if I had to choose between the two, I would definitely choose these because even though there's two less colors, these are going to have more ink and last longer. These markers here, which are the dual tip markers, I would definitely say the flesh tone set and the grays would be a really, really nice marker set to have. I like these more than the classic colors, but all of these markers do at least have some sort of a labeling, except for these Ille markers. I don't think these do. No, these don't have a color name on them, but these do have a color name and number. These have a color name and number, which is really nice. Yeah, and so you can decide for yourself what you think. Let me know in the comments below what you think. What were your favorite products from Five Below? Was there something maybe that you've discovered there that I haven't seen yet? I'll be curious to hear your thoughts and to see how you're doing. But I hope you're doing well. I will see you on my next video. Bye.